Hello, Internet. It's Shane from Cubicle Refugee. Today we're going to take a quick look at an unmarked side quest that you can find at the southern end of the Great Plateau area before completing all 4 of the shrines. This quest can be found at the cabin where the old man lives, south of the Ja Baij Shrine where you picked up the bomb runes. If you read the old man's journal, you'll learn that he's developed a love of cooking but has forgotten how to make his favorite dish, the spicy meat and seafood stir-fry. It's a relatively simple quest with an excellent reward, and it's clearly meant by the designers to encourage the players to explore and experiment on their own. However, as the quest is only available prior to the completion of the 4 shrines, it is worth paying attention to here. All you need to do is gather the necessary ingredients: 1 portion of raw meat, 1 Hyrule bass, and 1 spicy pepper. You then cook them over the fire pit just outside the cabin by going into your inventory and pressing X to begin holding an item, A to select the items you want to hold, and then exit the menu and press A when prompted to cook the ingredients in the fire pit. This will play an animation that can be skipped by pressing X again, and when completed, you will have 1 serving of spicy meat and seafood fry. This dish is a health-restoring item that also increases your resistance to cold weather, which is important as the temperature being more to an extreme hot or cold than Link can tolerate will cause you to take damage over time. If you've been following along the main quest's implied flow, you should have encountered wild animals that drop portions of raw meat when killed, as well as Hyrule bass, which can be found swimming in ponds, but spicy pepper you might not have seen yet. Several spicy peppers, however, can be found on the table inside the cabin where the old man's journal is. Once you have the dish prepared, simply wait for the old man to take a seat by the fire pit, usually in the evening, to rest after a long day, and he will talk to you about using the fire pit to cook. You can then show him the spicy meat and seafood fry and give him the recipe for it in exchange for a warm doublet, a piece of clothing that also provides resistance to cold. Early on in the game, it may be difficult to collect all the ingredients you need for the various beneficial foods that you can cook, and throughout the game you can only ever have 1 such positive effect active at a time, with newly applied effects taking precedent and overwriting previous ones. That makes the warm doublet an effective way of ensuring that you have access to a level of cold resistance cheaply and on demand without having to overwrite benefits that you have applied with food or elixirs. The warm doublet does not have any defensive benefit outside of its cold resistance, however, and it cannot be upgraded. But you have an opportunity to get it for free here before being sent to a cold mountaintop, so you save rupees on not having to buy it from a shop, and are more prepared for the immediate challenges ahead. We will be continuing right along with our coverage of Breath of the Wild with the next 2 shrines on the Great Plateau, followed by a video on how to kill that mini-boss that I had trouble with, and more to come. This has been Shane. See you next time.